Hey everyone, it's your host Jobbertex and welcome to a trip down memory lane. Remember Battle for Dream Island? You know that show with talking objects competing in ridiculous challenges for a prize no one even knew they wanted? A lifetime supply of cake. Yeah, those were the good old days. It's been quite a wild ride since that first episode hit the internet, captivating millions with its unique blend of humor, drama, and unexpected character development. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of where it all began, Season 1. From the moment our contestants took their first steps onto the grassy plains of Goiki to their thrilling adventures in space, we'll be reliving every exciting challenge, shocking elimination, and unforgettable character moment that made this season so iconic. So buckle up and get ready to experience the nostalgia as we journey back to the beginning and witness how a simple competition for cake transformed into a global phenomenon. Let's get started.
Our adventure begins with a simple meeting. Picture this, a bunch of inanimate objects just chilling in a field, completely unaware of the crazy journey they're about to embark on. We've got Pen, the sarcastic one with a knack for witty comebacks. Eraser, the loyal best friend who's always up for a challenge. Blocky, the mischievous prankster with a heart of, well, wood. And let's not forget Bubble, the bubbly, pun intended, an optimistic one who always sees the best in everyone. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation and a hint of awkward tension. Remember, these contestants had never met before, and their only common ground was their desire to win that coveted cake. Little did they know this meeting would mark the beginning of lifelong friendships, bitter rivalries, and enough meme-worthy moments to last a lifetime. Ah, memories.
Things get real, and by real I mean ridiculously hilarious, when the contestants are thrust into their first challenge, navigating the treacherous waters of Goiki Canal. Imagine a bunch of objects, some buoyant, some not so much, trying to stay afloat, while simultaneously sabotaging each other. It was a recipe for disaster, and boy did it deliver. We witnessed alliances form and crumble faster than a cookie in a volcano. We saw incredible feats of ingenuity, like Match, using her fiery personality to propel herself across the water. And who could forget the iconic moment when Rocky, well, let's just say he stayed true to his name. All in all, the Goiki Canal Challenge was a wild ride that set the stage for the unpredictable nature of BFDI. The first cake at stake ceremony, a moment etched into BFDI history. It was here that the contestants truly grasped the weight of their situation. The anticipation was palpable as Fiery, the host with a burning passion for competition, held up the first slice of cake. The rules were simple, yet terrifying. The contestant with the most votes from the viewers would be eliminated. Not just eliminated, but sent to a place of no return, the dreaded cake at stake elimination area. The suspense was enough to make even the most stoic objects sweat, if they could, of course.
Ah, Snowball, the contestant with the shortest fuse and the loudest voice. This chapter is dedicated to his most explosive, literally, moments. Remember when he hurled that poor, unsuspecting tree into orbit? Or how about the time he single-handedly demolished half the obstacle course with his bare hands, or lack thereof? Love him or fear him, you can't deny that Snowball brought a certain chaotic energy to the competition. He was a force of nature, a walking, well, rolling embodiment of pure, unadulterated rage. And let's be honest, those no screams were strangely satisfying to hear.
Leafy, the seemingly sweet and innocent contestant, surprised us all with a close-up that could rival the most intense horror films. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated terror, as her single tooth filled the screen, accompanied by a soundtrack that sent chills down our spines. Was it a glitch in the system? A moment of unexpected aggression? Or perhaps just Leafy messing with us? Whatever the reason, it's a scene that's forever burned into our memories and nightmares.
Remember that time Bubble decided to grace us with her rendition of Four's song from BFB? Her voice was angelic, her enthusiasm contagious, and then disaster struck. As she belted out the high notes, the bridge beneath her crumbled, sending her and several other contestants plummeting into the abyss. It was a classic BFDI moment, a perfect blend of humor, chaos, and unexpected consequences. Plus, it gave us a valuable lesson: never trust a bridge, especially when Bubble is singing.
We all have our limits, and Snowball reached his repeatedly throughout the competition. But nothing could have prepared us for his epic outburst in this episode. After a particularly frustrating challenge, Snowball unleashed a torrent of rage, culminating in a single earth-shattering word: "No!" The sheer power of his voice shook the very foundations of Goiki, leaving the other contestants speechless. A rare feat indeed. It was a moment of pure emotional release, a testament to the raw, unfiltered nature of BFDI.
Ah, Yellowface. The entrepreneur, the innovator, the master of questionable products. In this episode, he graced us with one of his most memorable inventions yet, a device that could transform anyone or anything into a bubble. His commercial was a masterpiece of marketing genius, complete with catchy jingles, questionable testimonials, and a healthy dose of subliminal messaging. Of course, chaos ensued, as it always does when Yellowface is involved. But hey, at least everyone looked extra bubbly.
Picture this. 10,000 Ice Cube clones, all identical, all equally sassy, and all falling from the sky. That's right, folks. This chapter is dedicated to the episode that gave us an ice-cold dose of pure chaos. The Ice Cube clones wreaked havoc on the competition, multiplying faster than a math problem gone wrong. It was a logistical nightmare for the other contestants, who found themselves outnumbered, outmatched, and constantly slipping on ice. Let's be honest though, who doesn't love a good dose of Ice Cube mayhem? Remember that time when the contestants woke up one morning to find their appearances slightly altered? It was a day that shook the very foundation of their existence. Were these new assets an improvement, a sign of things to come, or just the animators having a bit of fun? Whatever the reason, it sparked a wave of self-reflection among the contestants. Suddenly, they were forced to confront their own perceived flaws and insecurities. It was a surprisingly deep moment for a show about objects competing for cake.
Every good competition needs a theme song, and Cake at Stake was no exception. In this episode, we were introduced to a brand new tune that perfectly captured the suspense, drama, and existential dread of being eliminated. It was catchy, it was ominous, and it made us question why we were emotionally invested in the fate of inanimate objects. But hey, that's the magic of BFDI, right? Fiery and Bombi, a friendship forged in the fires of competition, literally. But their bond was put to the test in this episode when Fiery accidentally, or was it intentional, ignited Bombi's fuse. The result? A fiery explosion that sent shockwaves across Goiki. It was a moment that had us on the edge of our seats, wondering if Bombi would survive, and if their friendship could weather the storm. Of course, this being BFDI, Bombi was perfectly fine mostly, and their friendship remained intact. Because in the world of BFDI, even explosions can't break the strongest bonds. Ever wondered what goes on inside the mind of Fiery, the host with a penchant for all things flammable? Well, this episode gave us a glimpse into his subconscious, and let's just say it was a fiery spectacle. We're talking flames, explosions, and enough pyrotechnics to make a 4th of July celebration look like a candlelit dinner. It was a surreal and slightly disturbing journey into the depths of Fiery's psyche, but hey, at least it was entertaining. Remember that awesome Cake at Stake song we talked about earlier? Well, in true BFDI fashion, the creators decided to give it an upgrade. The new and improved version was even catchier, even more dramatic, and even more likely to get stuck in your head for days on end. It was a testament to the show's commitment to constant evolution and its ability to surprise us at every turn. Plus, it gave us another excuse to sing along at the top of our lungs. Don't lie, you know you did it too.
BFDI is no stranger to dangerous challenges, but the acid bucket fall took things to a whole new level. Watching our beloved contestants plummet into a vat of bubbling corrosive liquid was not exactly how we envisioned spending our afternoon. It was a shocking and slightly disturbing turn of events, but hey, at least it made for some interesting character interactions. Plus, it gave us a newfound appreciation for the importance of safety goggles.
David, the contestant known for his simplistic vocabulary and unwavering optimism, finally uttered those two iconic words. "Aw, seriously?"
It was a moment that would forever be etched into BFDI history, spawning countless memes, catchphrases, and fan art. Who knew that two simple words could carry so much comedic weight? It was a testament to the show's ability to find humor in the mundane and make us laugh at the most unexpected things.
Who doesn't love a good game of bowling? In this episode, our contestants traded their usual chaotic antics for a civilized, well, sort of game of 10-pin. We saw strikes, spares, and gutterballs galore as the contestants battled it out for bowling supremacy. It was a nice change of pace from the usual high-stakes challenges, allowing us to see a different side of the characters. Plus, it gave us some pretty epic bowling puns. Who doesn't love a good pun?
Remember when the fate of the competition was placed in the hands of the viewers? That's right, folks. It's time to talk about the episode that changed everything. The introduction of viewer voting. Fans from all over the world cast their votes, eagerly awaiting the arrival of new characters and the drama they would bring. Little did we know, this was just the beginning of a beautiful and chaotic relationship between the show's creators and its dedicated fan base.
The Locker of Losers, a place of exile, despair, and endless boredom. In this chapter, we witness the arrival of the 30 new contestants, all vying for a chance to rejoin the competition. Tensions ran high as these newcomers were forced to adapt to their new surroundings and compete for the viewers' affections. It was a recipe for drama, alliances, and betrayals, proving that even in the Locker of Losers, the competition never truly ends.
Unicycles, the bane of every child's existence and a surprisingly difficult mode of transportation. In this episode, our contestants were tasked with mastering the art of unicycling, which, as you can imagine, led to some hilarious results. We saw epic wipeouts, unexpected displays of skill, and a whole lot of frustration. It was a reminder that even the simplest tasks can become incredibly entertaining when inanimate objects are involved.
Who needs rockets when you have a giant slingshot and a healthy disregard for the laws of physics? In this episode, our contestants blasted off into the great unknown, embarking on a thrilling adventure through space. We're talking zero-gravity shenanigans, encounters with celestial objects, and enough space puns to make a black hole collapse in on itself. It was a reminder that in the world of BFDI, the possibilities are as limitless as the universe itself.
The cake at stake ceremony returned, and this time it claimed one of the most beloved and feared contestants, Ice Cube.
The viewers had spoken and their decision sent shockwaves through the competition. It was a reminder that in BFDI, no one is safe from the whims of fate and the voting audience.
Ice Cube's elimination left a void in the competition, but her legacy of sass, sarcasm, and occasional meltdowns will live on.
What's more dangerous than a volcano? Exploring one with Fiery, the embodiment of fire itself. In this episode, our remaining contestants embarked on a perilous journey into the heart of a volcano, facing scorching temperatures, molten lava, and the ever-present threat of a fiery eruption. It was a test of courage, teamwork, and their ability to withstand extreme heat, both literally and metaphorically.
It's time to reminisce, folks. In this episode, our contestants took a trip down memory lane, reliving some of the most memorable and embarrassing moments from the competition. We saw clips of epic fails, unexpected triumphs, and enough cringe-worthy moments to make us question our life choices. It was a reminder that even though the competition was fierce, at the end of the day, BFDI was all about having fun and maybe learning a few life lessons along the way.
Just when the contestants thought they had seen it all, the creators threw them another curveball: new character assets. That's right, folks. Our beloved objects got a makeover, complete with updated designs, smoother animations, and a whole lot of personality. Some changes were subtle, while others were impossible to ignore. It was a reminder that in the world of BFDI, change is the only constant, and sometimes it comes with a side of fashion faux pas.
And there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the ups and downs, the laughs and the gasps of BFDI Season 1, from the iconic Goiki Canal Challenge to the shocking elimination of Ice Cube. These moments shaped the very fabric of this beloved series. We saw friendships blossom, rivalries ignite, and a whole lot of cake-related chaos. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What was your favorite moment from BFDI Season 1? Was it Snowball's explosive rants, Bubbles' infectious optimism, or perhaps Fiery's fiery antics? Let me know in the comments below. But the adventure doesn't end here. Get ready for the next installment of our BFDI retrospective, where we'll be diving deep into the thrilling twists and turns of Season 2's voting results. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, stay tuned, stay awesome, and keep on BFDIing.